Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Novia Tria Nurcahya from the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences from Republic Indonesia Defense University. It is my honor to present to you our research with the title Unraveling the Roles of ACTN3, ACE, and PPRGC1A in Power Performance for Athletic Excellence, Global Health, and Biodefense, a systematic review and meta-analysis. Okay. Let's start with genetic testing, which help identify specific genetic variants in individuals. Then the results are then analyzed in the molecular analysis to provide genetic insight into how these genes influence power performance. And then this genetic insight highlight three key genes. There is ACTN3, ACE, and PPRGC1A, who rely on power performance. This is our background. Genetic factors like ACTN3, ACE, and PPRGC1A genes play a significant role in athletic performance. However, there are gaps between studies, including inconsistent finding, and there is no systematic review and meta-analysis that compare three genes directly before it. This study aimed to compare the effect of ACTN3RR, ACEDD, and PPRGC1A sersor on power performance, and then to compare to global health by supporting personalized medicine approach to optimize muscle function. For our study, we follow PRISMA guideline and search database like PubMed, Scopus, and Web of Science. And then for inclusion criteria, we included observational study with an observational design that compare power athlete and control groups. And then the study must assess ACTN3, ACE, and PPRGC1A, and then studies written in English and published between 2014 and 2024. Okay, this study followed the PRISMA guideline and focusing on genetic variants in power athletes. After screening and eligibility checks, we included 14 studies for ACTN3, and then 4 studies for PPRGC1A, and 5 studies for ACE in the final analysis. And then we extract data for specific alleles. There is ACE for RR, ACTN for RR, ACE for DD, and PPRGC1A for sersor. And then we conducted meta-analysis using Review Manager 5.0 and then presenting on ratio and confidence interval in each variant. Okay, this is the characteristic table we created to analyze the study that we use. This table differentiates the population and sample size between athletes with power and then the control. This table for the ACTN genes. This is also for ACTN3 genes. This is for ACE genes. There's 5 studies. And then PPRGC1A, this is 4 studies. Okay, this is the result of meta-analysis. This first plot of meta-analysis shows the ACTN3 allele is significantly associated with athletic power performance with low heterogeneity, tau squared 0.01, I squared 16%, and Z squared 3.91. This is the first plot for ACE and PPRGC1A allele and show positive association with power performance but not statistically significant. For ACE, we know that tau square 0.1, I square 43%, and Z square 0.33. And for PPARGC1A, tau square 0.08, I square 45%, and Z square 0.89. I'm sorry, 0.86. Genetic play a key role for physiological adaptation and power performance. Okay, let's look 3 key genes. First, ACTN3. The R577X polymorphism enhance fast twitch fiber to faster contraction. And the second, for ACE, the D allele improve blood flow to optimize supply of oxygen and nutrient in the muscle during intense contraction. This is for anaerobic activities. And the third, PPRGC1A, it's regulate mitochondria, optimizing aerobic for endurance-based sport. And also for PPRGC1A in the first spot, we know that the gene has most influence on power performance, addressing the gap in our background. And then, I'm so sorry, this not included, this cutting. The ACTN3 and ACE and PPRGC1A also play a role in global health and biodefense. In global and physical health, they guide personalized recruitment and training programs. And then in biodefense, they help prepare troops to adapt to physical stress and emergency situations. Okay, for our conclusion, our meta-analysis result show that the SCTN3RR genotype significantly enhanced strength and power performance, and SCTN3 plays a stronger role in fast muscle ability than the other gens, and ACE and PPRGC1A also contribute to power performance, but its effect not statistically significant. Okay, this is my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
This is another fascinating presentation. Does anyone need further clarification?
The finding that seems to be the indirect benefit or benefit to the society. I'm asking about how you can you apply your finding for planning for to select the athlete or something. How can you use the advantage for your finding?
Okay. My finding is can help recruit individuals with right genetic traits and design personalized training programs to maximize performance. And it can be used to treat metabolic disorder, muscle injuries, and improve public health management. And also in our university, the student will be a soldier. So our research can be referenced to our university to create recruitment and training programs to choose the best student to study in our university.
Thank you.
May I ask about the risk of bias that you assess in the forest plot? What tool that you use, and because most of the study have the problem with the risk of bias at the point A and B and D, right? What were those risks of bias, and what do you think about that?
Okay. Why in my risk of bias more? Why presence of yellow is must? Because this indicates transparency limitation of the study that we use, because it's very limited study. But and then why the risk of bias? There is a red sign. This is because there are the data that have high bias, but it's not bigger than yellow and green. So from this risk of bias, we know that the studies have low bias.
Okay, thank you.
I saw that the study that you include, they compare athlete with the control group, right? Yes, and they measure the association between the polymorphism between athlete and control group, that is maybe non-athlete group. But why you from your conclusion, you conclude that the polymorphism are associated with the strength or performance of the athlete. That is not, because this is not the outcome measure in your included study.
Okay, our study, the result of the presence of allele, this kind, we use the specific allele. Then in the study has a presence of specific the presence of specific allele in power athletes and in the control. So that we put it in meta-analysis, or the forest plot is the presence of presence of allele from the power athlete and the control.
Yes, but they did not measure the strength of the muscle, the performance, right?
Yes.
For the outcome measurement, they did not measure the outcome as the muscle strength, did not measure the performance.
I'm measure in this. ACTN is for fast contraction, fast twist fibers, and then the ACE for optimized supply of oxygen and nutrient is the muscle during intense contraction.
Yes, but this is the just only hypothesis. But the study that you pull data or analyze data, they did not measure the outcome like this, or they did not measure the outcome such as the strength of the muscle strength, something like that. So for your conclusion, you conclude that this genetic or this polymorphism are associated with the muscle strength. That I think maybe it's overclaim or not.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions? Thank you so much.